you aren't familiar with us, I'm Rich Boncher, commonly known as Trigger, talk show host, media personality, producer. And the lovely lady on my other side is Sandra D. Robinson. And who the heck are you?
Well, I think a lot of folks here know that I am a recovered actress, soap opera actress, and I've been teaching people how to be comfortable on camera since 2010. Gosh, that's a long time ago. I'm always really vying for the person that is a specialist in what they do, and they find themselves in a spotlight that is not necessarily something they plan for. So I literally have had people that would be considered supermodels, TV show hosts, best-selling New York Times authors, multiple time best-selling New York Times authors, international speakers that have said to me, I feel horrible when I get in front of a camera. So if that makes you feel like you're in the right place, awesome, because that is who we're talking to, really, because not everybody has spent the time to learn how to be on camera like we have. It was not an easy journey for me to be comfortable on camera. I hid behind those characters that I was playing since I was 11. My first job was 11. So that's how he gets the 62 years of combined experience, just saying. But anytime you're going into something new, it can feel a little awkward to represent yourself in a new way. And so that is what we're here to do, help you feel really comfortable so that when you look good, you feel good, you do more of this stuff in front of the camera. It could be social media, it could be interviews. Rich does interviews all the time. I've hopped onto a show and co-hosted with him as well.
Well, and just for a little bit more backstory of mine, I started on radio. I didn't have a face for TV, or so I was told. So I did not get on the camera side for a long time, really into my 20s. I also lived with a lifelong stutter. So the stutter was on something I had to overcome. So if you ever worry about your speech, your flow, been there, done that. And now I get paid for 35 years as a professional broadcaster and media personality. So you can learn this stuff. You really can. And that's what we're really passionate about. This thing we want you to know about looking good, being natural on camera is don't try to be perfect. Be yourself. Now, there are things we can always improve and elevate, but the best thing, especially today, people want authentic. They want real. They want you. They do not want a meme. They do not want an auto robot, auto creation of you. You are the best version of your brand, your story, your business. So we're going to help you with some of those things, but you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to say all the lines right, have all the body gestures right. Relax and have fun. And we're going to have fun with you too. That. So we're going to get some of our steps. We got 3 different steps to help you out with. We got that hot seat, open Q&A. And again, if you have questions throughout this, we will monitor that and bring those in as the topic rolls on. So number 1 is going to be about framing yourself to raise your authority on camera. And we're going to let the actress go first talking about this.
Okay. So the simple thing about framing yourself, and if you look around the room, you can see that I'm looking at just a handful because I can't see everybody. Most people I can see really clearly. Have you ever gone into, say, a Zoom room where somebody keeps themselves really, really small in the frame? Really small. Like unfortunately, I have a green screen behind me. I can't demonstrate, or they do one of these.
That's one I don't understand why people still do it today.
Because they don't look at themselves. It's okay to look at yourself when you're shooting a video or when you're in a Zoom room, because what we're saying here applies to being in a Zoom room as well. There's an awful lot of meetings and sales calls that take place over this platform right here, or a platform very similar. You're interviewed over something like this. So it's really crucial to understand how to show up looking your best. You don't have to have anything fancy. I mean, honestly, the framing that I'm doing right now is the camera is, and this is the secret, the camera is slightly above my eye line, either equal to or slightly above. There's a reason for this, and it is, you've seen people, and I've even seen people like pop onto a guest spot in the news, which makes me cringe. Maybe it's just my local news, I don't know, where they are talking down to the computer and it's on the desk. So literally, can I demonstrate that? One of these.
Well, right now we're going up your nose. Yeah, you're going up your nose, up their blouse, whatever. It's not appropriate and not attractive.
Not so good. Not very flattering. So just saying,
and
let's
that
be
breaks
real.
your authority. That breaks your ability to look polished and sharp. Whatever you're talking about, it doesn't matter anymore what you're talking about. They care about your nostrils.
And who wants to see that? That's not pretty. And the other thing about that is if the camera is below your eyes, you literally are going to have your eyes partially closed. So when we run into somebody for the first time in a street, just walk up to a stranger or somebody that's helping us out at a store, if they were to walk up and have their eyes half closed, you would not feel very comfortable because we want to judge, are you friend or foe, by somebody that looks at us full on with their eyes open. That's just the simpleness of human interaction. So why not do something that the camera is above? My eyes actually have to be wide open to hit that camera. So I'm automatically making it really easy for you to connect. So people will ask this too. I have to say, speaking of eye contact, Rich, do you want to discuss? People always say, should I look at the person, which is natural, or should I
Yeah.
look at the camera? Especially
It's look
because
at
you
the
do so many
camera.
interviews. What do you tell people? Yeah.
Look at the camera. Now, on Zoom, for example, like Sandra mentioned at the beginning, she was on top, frame on top of me. You can squish the Zoom box in, and many platforms you can do this. So the boxes will naturally slide on top of each other. If Sandra's is my guest, I will intentionally put her camera frame on top. So I will look at her because my camera is going to be right over her lens box. If she's underneath, I will look at the camera, but I still have a little peripheral vision down here. You want to be able to see them, but the most important, the easiest way is put them up there so you can see them right there because there's power in your eyes. And believe it or not, what you say with your mouth comes through your eyes. When I used to do radio, they told you to smile, smile, smile. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but your eyes are the same way. When you're on camera, you talk through your eyes. You may not realize it, but it's a powerful thing, isn't it, Sandra?
It's a powerful thing because as we talk about using video for social media, you probably know yourself. Often you don't turn that sound up, right? You look at the captions, which is why it's always important. Put those captions on any social media that you do. If you have the option on the platform, says captions, say yes. We can talk either this class or future classes about some of the apps that can help you do that, and you can put your own captions up in a certain stylistic way, but make sure that there are captions on there because people will just be looking at your expression and reading. So it's not always the way you sound, it is what you are relaying right here. So the other thing is, I'll tell people if it's really uncomfortable to not look at the person, look at the person while they're asking you the question. You can see my eyes looking different, right? So watch me for a second. You can look at the person while they're asking the question and then answer it here.
Yes. And
that
there's
looks so
nothing,
professional, and it's the simplest thing. It feels a little weird in the beginning because change feels weird, and this is not how we are in real life, which is why the multi-time international speaker and multi-time best-selling New York Times author said, I feel awful when that red light goes on, because he's used to that human interaction, the energy flowing back and forth. Yes, it's a little strange. Just trust that the camera is actually delivering your energy for you.
now, Diana, I saw you had a question. We're going to let you bop them in. Please unmute yourself. We're going to continue on this point, but please jump on in here.
Okay, so my husband bought me on my desktop the thing that sits at the top of the computer. It has the camera that comes down so that I'm always looking at the camera. My question is, so I'm looking at the camera right now, but if you're talking, Rich, and I kind of turn like that, does it still look like I'm
still looking at the camera? And I use Plexicam myself. It's a great tool.
It's really
some of you are,
cool.
yeah, and it slides right over and your camera rests right in front of you. And the plastic is clear, so it does not obstruct it. So it helps you frame up, use a teleprompter, scripts, whatever you want to do. It works all the time. So Diane, that's a great point. Use tools and we will give you tools and ideas of what to do.
Okay, so for instance, I'm looking at the camera right now, but I want to talk to Colleen, and she's sort of on the right to me on my camera. Does it look like I'm still looking at the camera? Because I'm looking at Colleen.
No, now you're off
it looks
a
like
little
you're
bit, but you're not totally off, like turning to the side or, turning way down, like Sandra was saying. You want to move. There's nothing wrong with the head move. In the show, you're reacting to a real person. But if you're going to deliver the main focus, the main answer, you want to come back to center because you're talking to one through the mass media, the camera lens, but you're talking to one. And we want to see you talk to us. I want to see you talk to me. So change where your direction is, but come right back here for your main information.
Okay.
That's
thank
something
you.
that you're going to hear us say over and over again in this class and probably every class coming up, that you are talking to one person. So the big fear for a lot of people is, I don't know how to deal with all the people that are going to be watching this. They feel like they have to address everyone in their mind they're talking to. And everybody, even if you are lucky enough to have a video that goes viral, you're talking to one person because they're watching one at a time. So it's that user experience on the other side that we're talking about. So I know there's people in here that are dealing with it, that are doing well in a direct marketing company. So when you're doing your videos, you're talking to that individual that you are helping, that one person. And I always say, think of the person that an actual one human being, not a bunch of them. Get really specific. It makes a huge difference in how you come across. And think of that one person that said to you, oh my gosh, what you did for me was amazing. And actually, if it helps, before you shoot your video, close your eyes and relive that experience. And as an actor would say, think of all of the senses in that moment that they said yes. Where were you? What temperature was it? What were they wearing? What did you hear? Like, honestly, go back to that moment and your body will go, man, yeah, that was really cool. That felt great to have her say that. I want to help more people like that. Then open up your eyes and talk through the lens to that one person. And that's going to make a huge difference in how you feel and how the other person feels that's watching on their end.
And we're going to do a lot more on body language communication on this as we go deeper and deeper. It's one quick tip before we jump on to number 2 here, but you can see that Sandra is somewhat framed up a little bit to the side. I'm more dead center. You do not have to be dead center on your camera. In
Didn't
fact,
notice that.
the eye likes things off center. Your face is not all centered and square. So sometimes you'll see exactly what Sandra's doing. Yeah, now she's dripping off. But you will see news anchors off to a side. You will see interviewers very often with the camera at an odd angle and they're a little bit angled off. There's nothing wrong by using this box to where you want to be positioned for what the purpose of your message is. So play around with the box, figure out where you feel comfortable, what camera angle, what lighting, record yourself, delete it, record yourself, delete it. But you do not have to be square center here. I have a lot of questions of that. It feels uncomfortable. I feel like I'm trapped in a box. You're not trapped. You actually have a big room. You can play with it. So do that. The other quick tip here is if you want to have a little bit of headroom above yourself, Sandra's got great headroom over on her side. And so I give a 3-finger rule for people. Top of the panel to top of my head. It gives them freedom because you do not want to be all the way up in camera frame like this. It feels intimidating and people aren't used to watching that. This is like basic 101.
Yeah.
But these are often things that we take for granted. We forgot about, we don't get into. The next one is one of my favorite ones. It's smile, smile, smile. This is something that people.
I saw you, Gary. I saw that smile.
I saw Gary. But people have a hard time in a room by themselves very often, or even if you're in a live situation being interviewed, we have a hard time smiling. A lot of people are self-conscious about their teeth. They don't think their smile looks good. It's kind of awkward or crooked or whatever it is. But the smile, again, sends a message of I'm warm, I'm approachable, we're gonna have a good time today. This is one of the biggest nonverbal things you can do. And your smile, again, is part of your greeting card. I mean, Sandra, when you were acting, you had lines to read and things, but often they still want you to smile even when you're in the background being a back actor, don't they?
Well, it depends on what you're doing, but yeah. And despite the fact that I have that background, just so you guys know, one of the things that I have to constantly remind myself is to smile when I'm doing my social media videos, because I'll get into my message. And this is what I find with most of my on-camera clients from the very beginning. They're like, hi, they welcome people into whatever situation it is. And then they start talking about their content and they start talking about their business. And now what's happening is they're up here and they've got this disconnect. And then they'll watch it back and go, I thought I was smiling so much more. And I'm the same way. I still catch myself doing this. So that's why it's good to record one and watch it back. And watch it back. I have to throw this in today. Watch it back with compassion and kindness for yourself.
Yes.
because that's how we're looking at all of you today. And please do that for yourself. Our biggest enemy, and I know that I am talking to people that are here right now because it's me as well. The biggest enemy that we have is the voice in our head that probably doesn't belong to us. It belongs to our parents saying you should be seen and not heard, or our ex who said, you're so stupid. Why do you think you can do anything? Or the bully in school, or whoever it is, even our kids, right? I had somebody say to me, my kids have said things to me that made me feel awful, and I had to wait to do my videos because I couldn't recover. Your husband or your spouse, your wife. So all of those things that play in your head that make you want to shut down don't belong to you. And at least for now, you can give them back. But please watch yourself with the filter of what felt good, what looks good. That's how I coach people. So I look at what feels good, what looks good. And I say, do you remember how that felt in your body when we're watching them on a video? And they'll say, yes. I'm like, great, let's do more of that. So,
Well, and when it comes to the smile goes with the eyes, as I kind of alluded to before. When you smile, your eyes will pop. People want to see your eyes. So for me, that was a struggle for a long time. I don't think my eyes popped. They didn't pop. But now the more the smiles come alive, the more the personalities come alive. People tell me, you have beautiful blue eyes. I'm like, I didn't even know what color they were. I really didn't know what my eyes did for me. So the smile helps you in a lot of ways. Also, if you're being interviewed, as you do these Zoom interviews or podcast interviews, when you smile and nod at the host, asking a question, having a laugh like Sandra and I do, it's sending a message to both the host and to the audience. You're engaged, you're with them, and it's fun.
yeah.
Sometimes if Sandra's talking, she'll say something. I'll smile because I know it's going to help both of us with the energy of the show.
He smiles because rolling his eyes would be the wrong thing to
do. So sometimes your smile does become part of your persona and act of communicating.
Yes.
People want to feel that reception through you.
The final thing that I want to say about smiling.
Yeah.
It makes you appear younger.
Let's go,
I don't know about
right?
anybody here, but that's
That's the
important to me
goal.
at this point. So yes, it does. It adds youth. So people will actually think that you are younger than you are if they haven't met you. And it's just because you're smiling. So
those are its first 2 points.
Studies on that, not just me. There's studies on this. Just saying.
Scientific proof that this one does work.
Yeah. Yeah. We're here for you. Our goal is to empower you guys to do more, to love what you're doing and feel comfortable on camera and love how you look, right? That was our theme for today. So thank you guys. Thank you, Gary.
Follow us on social media. Follow us both on social media so you can ask questions.